Welcome to I Need Some Disney, the podcast where we dive into everything Disney, from the parks to the rides to the movies to the shows and everything in between.
This is, your captain speaking. We're preparing, takeoff. Please, strap in and place your tray tables up. Our estimated arrival is, about an hour.
Hey, I'm Blake T. Wild, and today I am joined by my co-host, Lena.
Hi.
And today we are discussing one of the most famous, I suppose, attractions to come out of Disney's second park, SOARIN, straight out of Disney California Adventure theme park. It's the most iconic attraction, some would say.
I wouldn't say it's the most iconic. It's definitely one of the most innovative.
Motion simulators do very well for Disney, is what I have learned.
They are fun.
But yeah, we're discussing SOARIN, as evidenced by the title. We're back after refurbishment. The I Need Some Disney Oh, my phone went off. Oh no. The I Need Some Disney podcast, we had to close down for some refurbishments.
Wow, when did we close down?
When we didn't upload an episode for a couple weeks. So you, I'm sure, have been on both versions of this ride.
Well, for California and
Disney. Or
Disneyland
Disneyworld.
and Disney World, yeah.
I like to ask this every time we do a ride. How many times would you say you've ridden SOARIN, combined, both parks?
Maybe 30 times?
Oh my god.
Well, because it's not like we've been on it multiple times in one day.
Just because you enjoyed it, or because you wanted a nice, relaxing sit-down in their bungee seats?
Well, I don't know. That seems very rhetorical. I mean, of course, we enjoyed it. Otherwise, we wouldn't go on it so much.
Yeah. What's your favorite scent?
Well, also, it's very family-friendly, which helps.
That's true. You don't really have to worry about much.
Yeah, like, you just sit down. And the height requirement, thankfully, to that weird cord thing, little kids can go on it, too. They just have to get strapped in differently.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like one of the two, like, family-based attractions at Disney California Adventure theme park. I think it's this one, and then it's the Cars ride. What is that called?
Yeah.
Radiator Spring Racers.
Yeah.
Those are the main two attractions that...
Where, like, the parents can go on it, too.
Well, yeah, that, and it
not
doesn't have,
feel
like, a major, like, age restriction or whatever.
That, well, like, doesn't feel like you're being dragged on Dumbo. You know what I mean? Like, the parents can enjoy it, too. Like, all the times I dragged my mom on Dumbo.
Isn't that the one where you just spin around and you can go up and
Yeah.
down? Why would you go on that so often?
It was so fun when I was 5 years old.
Aren't you scared of heights?
Not when you're in Dumbo.
Because Dumbo's protecting you?
Yeah.
How do they explain in the lore of the Dumbo ride how there are multiple Dumbos?
They had different colored hats.
So are they different elephants?
Sure.
Is it the Dumbo-verse?
It's his
It's
family.
the Dumbo multiverse?
Yeah.
Dumbo can't even touch SOARIN.
Okay.
Doesn't come close.
Obviously.
SOARIN, you see the world. You see California. You see fireworks. Dumbo, you see crowds and crowds of screaming people.
Yeah. My grandmother used to say she really liked SOARIN because it was cool that she got to kind of feel like she experienced the locations you go to, even without ever having to, like, travel there. So, it is definitely a one-of-a-kind experience.
It's like I've always said, there's two ways to see the world. One is to join the Navy, the other is to go on SOARIN.
Or just go to Disney World and go to their World Showcase.
Oh, that too. Well, I think that, I suppose.
And then go to Epcot to go on SOARIN.
Yeah. Is to go to, if you want to see the world, just go on down to Florida.
Oh, wait, no, they're both in Epcot. What was I thinking? Yeah.
I don't know. What were you thinking?
Well, like, I forget Epcot's split into, like, two parts sometimes.
What?
Because there's, well, like, it's all Epcot, and then in the back is the World Showcase.
Oh.
So, like, but the World Showcase definitely feels different.
They make the effort to make it feel like something
Epcot,
else.
Yeah.
They try to make it feel like Magic Kingdom or something, how everything's sort of
Well,
delineated
Epcot
into
feels,
what it is.
Yeah, everything in Epcot, like, the front part feels all, like, innovative.
Is Epcot the one with the big golf ball?
Yes.
Spaceship Earth? Is that what it is? Is it Spaceship Earth?
Yes.
What is Spaceship Earth? Is that a ride?
I think you'd like it. A lot of people don't like it, but you get to go up in the gulp.
What happens?
You're like in this little cart thing, and it takes you like through time.
What?
Well, like through stuff.
I don't know. I don't
remember it that well.
I always thought it was...
Just don't look back and down. That's all
like
I
right
gotta
now?
say. When you're in the ride.
Oh,
yeah,
when
yeah,
I'm
like
on the
right
ride.
now, don't look back.
Ugh, what's behind me?
Your Teddy popcorn bucket.
Don't tell people I have my Teddy popcorn bucket back there. They might try and come and steal it.
Yeah. They want to come to our
You know how hard it was to get that Teddy popcorn bucket? Especially after they sold out entirely the day before we got there.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking.
I had to buy that for like $60.
We had to buy it from Florida.
Yeah, I was just about to say, that's the funniest part.
It came all the way from Florida, and it was upsetting because for some reason it sold out in Disneyland way before it sold out in Disney World. Like, how did that happen? Oh, wait, no, remember, they were selling them at the... Literally that weekend, they must have taken all of them to sell them at the theater. What's that theater? The Disney theater.
The one where Fantasmic is?
No, the one... It's...
What are you talking about?
The movie theater, but not on Disney property, but it's by...
I don't know. There's the only theater I know is
L something.
L something?
No, they took them all to sell them there, I swear to God.
I don't...
Because I was like, oh, that makes sense why they don't have them in the park. They're selling them all at the movie theater.
They had that movie theater at Disney, downtown Disney.
Yeah.
They shut that down years ago.
No.
Yeah, that's what happened. They shut it down, and I'm pretty sure it's where that new big shopping district is that they introduced, that we saw them working on.
It's where they do a lot of their premieres for their movies.
Sounds familiar, but I have no real idea where the fuck that is, or really what it is you're talking about.
Really? How do you not remember? It was recommended for us to go watch a movie there. They were doing this huge... El Capitan.
Oh. Where is this? Oh, you're talking about actually...
Yeah.
But you just said it wasn't on property.
I thought it wasn't on property.
I'm pretty sure this...
Well, I could look at it if you would give me back my phone.
It's called Main Street Cinema. Rides and attractions on Disney. They were selling them there? How did you find that out?
Remember, I found that out and I got so mad because they saved them for like this premiere. Because they were re-showing it Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, I had no idea.
I got an advertisement for it while we were in the park. And I was like... Because, algorithms knew I was at Disney. It must have known.
Well, you got your tinfoil hat back.
Mm-hmm.
That went missing for a couple of episodes. You better not wear it on SOARIN. It might affect the plane signals or whatever.
Yeah, but they must have all been in there because they were selling them for that. Where is this? Is it actually on Main Street?
I'd imagine so, since it's called Main Street Cinema.
Why did I, not see it?
Because we were barely on Main Street, and when we were either very tired or it was packed with people.
Anyways, back to SOARIN.
Yeah, so anyway, we're discussing SOARIN, everybody. Originally... SOARIN debuted on opening day at Disney's California Adventure theme park, and it was titled SOARIN Over California. Because if there's one thing all the people that live in Southern California and want to go to Disneyland to see,
it's to
see more California. It was sort of supposed to be like guests were going on a glider tour over California that just kind of jumped in between of each thing. One thing I do like about the new version is that they kind of try to make the transitions a little more seamless.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas in the original version, it's just, boom, you're here now.
Yeah, I like some of the transitions they have, like when they do the water spurts, and then all of a sudden you're somewhere else.
I like the elephant dust cloud in the new version. That's, I think, probably the best one. That's the one that really comes to mind when I sort of think about the transitions. But no, the original one did not have that, of course. The original was actually filmed using a helicopter and a camera attached to the bottom. But what it did have, aside from iconic views of iconic locations throughout California, such as those desert mountains and that golf course, I think that is a famous golf course. I'll get to it later. It also had something that caught me off guard when I rode it the very first time, and that was the Sense. The 4D smell-o-vision that is the Sense, which originally included citrus groves, as you pointed out to me when we watched the Soarin' Over California video, because you actually have gone on both versions. Mm-hmm. Citrus groves, pine tree forests, sagebrush, ocean mist, which enhances the scenes like the Napa Valley Vineyards, the Redwood Creek Forest, and the Golden Gate Bridge. Any of those original scents stand out to you? I assume the oranges, based on how you reacted to it.
Obviously, the orange one. My gosh, I can still remember that smell.
Does it bring back any certain memories?
And the pine forest one was really strong. It was just made the ride cool. Like, you were seeing an orange grove and you smelled all the oranges. I will say, I feel like, I don't know if it was just because I was younger, but last time we went on it, I didn't really smell anything.
I definitely smelled the dirt from the African one.
I smelled it, but it was very faint, which kind of sucked, but...
there were only like a couple, like maybe 3 scents that I particularly noticed. Maybe people have
complained that the smells were too strong.
Maybe there were too many people on the ride, and all of their noses were inhaling it before it got to us, because we were on the lower level.
Oh, maybe it was because we were on the lower level. I forgot about that.
We weren't on the... What were we? We were on the bottom, and then we were on the middle.
Yeah.
When we got stuck.
Oh, we'll get to that later. Let's not talk about that right now.
Let's see. Oh, and of course, there's also the fun fact that for some unknown reason, following the creation of Soarin' Over California, during the PGA West Palmer golf course scene, there's a man who hits the golf ball, and what does he say?
4!
And people said that was Michael Eisner. For some reason. I don't know why. Sure. I don't think anybody really knows why.
Let it be him.
But apparently he hates golf.
Let it be him.
And of course the ride ends with a brief flight over Disneyland, because how could it not?
I can't believe you didn't add the best part.
What's the best part?
Tinkerbell.
Oh yeah, Tinkerbell. That is weird that I forgot Tinkerbell of all people.
Oh my gosh, when I went on it for the first time when I was 5 years old.
You're reverting into a 5-year-old.
Having a stroke. 5 years old. I flipped out when I saw Tinkerbell. I couldn't believe it. She was like right there up in your face.
Where were you seated?
I don't remember. I was so little.
Were you like right in the center?
Well, every ride is the center.
For when you're at Disney, you're always in the center seat.
You're always in the center seat.
Disney, hire us.
You are always on the center seat on Soarin'.
Things change. Things grow different. Things evolve. No matter how much Disney fans lament the changes that Disney makes, Soarin' Over California was replaced with Soarin' Around the World, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Soarin' Around the World. The current global version of the ride debuted at Shanghai Disney as Soarin' Over the Horizon on June 16th, 2016, and the American versions were replaced with Soarin' Around the World the following day on June 17th, and a 4th attraction at Tokyo Disney Sea opened in 2019 under the title SOARING! Fantastic Flight, because that little abbreviation with no G at the end, I guess it doesn't work in Japan.
What
how it's Soarin', but in Japan it's Soaring.
They don't have apostrophes?
Can't imagine they do. I can't imagine it translates well.
They have all those symbols and everything, and they can't do an apostrophe.
Figure out a way to shorten Soarin'. There in manga there are special characters specifically for certain sounds.
Yeah, and they can't figure that out.
There's nothing for Soarin'?
They can't figure that out? Are you kidding me?
How are they beating us?
Whoa. Don't go there. In case you forgot, we kind of suck. No, we do suck. No offense, guys.
Yeah,
Don't take it too hard.
But we have Disney.
But we do have Disney.
And that's a great way to escape the horrors of reality. But another great way to escape the horrors of reality, that would have been a great place to put an ad, some sort of ad read. But it's not. Soarin' Over California.
This message is brought to you by, what do they say in, what's this face's movie? The Coco.
The Coco?
Oh my
What
gosh,
are you talking
what is
about?
that movie called?
I don't know. What are you
This
talking
podcast is brought to you by Lena. Only the best. And she's all like,
Oh, are
robotic.
you talking about Truman Show?
Yeah!
Where did you get... because she has the cocoa.
You gotta. Why don't you try the cocoa beans? 100% sourced out of the desert. Or where do you get cocoa
Yeah,
beans
the
again?
desert. The jungle.
The jungle.
South America, usually.
South America.
I was wondering... I thought you were talking about Coco,
Try a cup today.
the movie. I thought you were talking about Coco, the Pixar movie. It's Pixar, right? Yeah.
Pixar.
I'm
Why
so
don't you
confused.
just try a cup of cocoa? He won't bite, I promise.
She won't stop. She took off her tinfoil hat and this happened.
I'm
I
not
guess it was working.
wearing a tinfoil hat.
Anyway, Soarin' over California, for those who are fans of the original, I don't know why you would be. It's definitely not as interesting
Well, if
as
you're
the new one.
from California, it would not be.
I'm not from California. It's not my favorite. I much prefer Soarin' Around the World than the extremely
Whoa.
localized version.
I wish they would switch it up more because I still like both.
Yeah, well, it does return. It officially returned for Disney 100 in 2023. And then occasionally it just kind of comes back every now and then for, what on God's green earth does DCATP stand for?
Disney California Adventures
Theme Park.
Theme park.
I forgot that I abbreviated it like that. It's been a while since I've looked at these notes. I think it's usually, for some reason, whatever reason, it seems like it's always early in the year they bring it back.
Yeah.
I guess it's because it opened in February or something, maybe, but that usually seems like when they do bring it back, that's when it is. It's like that first quarter of the year, for whatever reason. I don't know. Would you like to hear some behind-the-scenes information?
Sure.
Like all the great Disney rides, the original title of the ride was awful. It was first conceptualized in 1996 as Ultra Flight.
Well, I like that.
Why?
Ultra.
Ultra Flight. It sounds like it's like
No,
extreme
you're not
BMX.
saying that right. It's like ultra. Ultra. Flight.
Ultra Flight. That's how I read it. I read it as Ultra Flight.
No, it has more pop. It has more pizzazz. It has more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It would definitely, I think, fit more with the original look of that area. What was it called? Condor Flats? Or is that what it's called now? I honestly can't remember. We'll get to it. So yeah, keep that in mind. It was originally called Ultra Flight. And apparently that could still be seen on the attraction, like the towers and whatnot that were around there.
I never seen it.
I don't think it still is. I feel like that
I
was
was like,
something...
show me a picture.
I mean, I could probably find it, but
You
I
need
just
proof.
didn't. Yeah.
Oh, you have no proof.
Hey, no, only I can say the no proof thing. The original ride was to feature an Omnimax screen with an inverted track to allow guests to fly over California's landmarks, and it would have 3 load-in levels, and the system would operate on a horizontal cable, kind of like a dry cleaner's rack.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? And I can't believe I just connected the dots, but the new Monsters
Monsters,
Inc.
Inc.
roller
ride?
coaster.
Did you see
it's
that?
a lot like this. How
Have you
did
seen
I not?
that clip of the 3D model?
Uh-huh. It's a lot like this, so why didn't I even connect
It's
those
a lot
dots?
like Ultra Flight.
Yes.
Ultra Flight. Is
See?
that how I'm supposed to say it?
Better.
Obviously, this plan was abandoned because it was determined that construction and labor would be way too expensive and cost prohibitive. So, an Imagineer named Mark Sumner developed a different idea for the ride vehicles, and here it is, using a erector set. Erector set.
Erector.
He was able to put together a working model of what we all now are familiar with and recognize as the what is it called? Does it have like a term?
The landing deck or loading
Oh, is that
deck?
what they call it? The loading, where the seats
Loading.
are.
Yeah.
The plane, the glider. I guess it's a glider because that's what it's supposed to be. It's like an 18-person glider.
Yeah, I can't believe they thought about making this 3 levels instead of how they do the hoist up. And like, you wouldn't have the cool hoist up
Well,
experience.
wouldn't that be? Isn't that what that Pandora ride is? Where you ride the
Is
back
it 3
of
levels? I've never been on that.
well, obviously I haven't either. But
I don't think
the
it's
videos.
3 levels to get on there.
I feel like it's 5 or something. Because I feel like the videos I've seen, it's just like a wall of people all on different levels.
Well, how do they Do they go up? Like
I think
Soarin'?
they go up. Oh no, I
Well,
think
like-
it's like stairs.
Is it?
I don't know. I always assumed it was like you go in at different levels because that's what it seems like from the videos.
Well, maybe they figured it out. I don't know.
Maybe it's Ultra Flight lives on on Pandora.
Well, like, that also would have sucked because one of the cool things about this ride is when you do the takeoff and it all lifts you up.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're in the front because you go all the way to the top, so you have to obviously go the highest. So you really feel that lift. Just don't look down. I made that mistake while we were trapped up there.
Yeah, you told me, Blake, don't look down, and then you almost immediately looked down after that, and I had to calm you down and hold your hand and tell you to relax.
Wait, I didn't tell you. No, I looked down and then I told you don't look down.
Same difference.
I made the mistake of looking down, so I warned you not to look down because I didn't
just to make
realize.
sure that it was, just to make sure that we were really that high.
I was like, crap, what if the fire department has to take us down? So, of course, naturally, I looked down to see how high up they're going to have to go to grab us because I wasn't thinking it was that bad since we're on the lowest level. Then I looked down and realized it's still a 20-foot drop.
Were we on the lowest level when we got stuck? I thought we were in the middle.
Yeah, we're on the lowest.
I also can't remember.
Yeah. And, like, it was still a 20-foot drop. I was like, oh, dear Lord.
So, if you're not worrying about how high up you go, you sit on 3 rows of seats under a wing-like canopy that has a capacity for 87 guests at a time. As Lena briefly mentioned earlier, there's the standard lap belts. The canopy descends slightly, and the cantilever system lifts the chairs forward and up into the air with the guests' feet dangling freely. I like that that's noted in this synopsis I stole probably from Wikipedia. The massive screen which the vision is projected on is concave, so it is curved, which was always a big issue, apparently, I learned.
Oh, because depending on where you sat, it made things look curved.
Like the Eiffel Tower was curved, which, hey, it's natural. It happens to some guys.
To some towers.
To some towers, yeah, you might end up curved.
You might end up like the leaning power...
Yeah, the leaning power of Pisa.
The leaning tower of Pisa. Sorry, I'm dyslexic, obviously.
I don't think that works for when you speak.
Yes, it does.
The vehicles then lifted, of course, and the scenes, here you go, were shot on IMAX HD at a frame rate of 48 frames per second, twice the conventional output of regular films. That's why it looks so smooth. And since the vehicle is sort of centered on the big domed screen, you can really only see images that are projected on that screen, and you don't see anything in your peripherals, really. Unless you get stuck, and then they turn the screen off, and you realize what it kind of looks like.
Yeah.
There's apparently a little tiny door down on the bottom of the screen or something, I think.
Well, yeah. To get to the back
That
of
was
the
weird.
projector.
So that screen, there's like a pit.
Yeah.
What is that pit?
Why do they have a pit?
If you haven't paid attention, there's like a railing along the front, which I thought was just like set design to make sure people don't touch the screen. But then...
Maybe so people don't touch the screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that they built a moat.
If you want to touch the screen, you're going to have to drop 10 feet, okay?
Yeah, when we went, they had drained the moat of the water and alligators.
Yeah.
That's what they do at in the Disney World version.
We gotta show our alligators somehow.
I thought you were going to say we gotta show our alligators soaring somehow. They let the alligators in to watch.
But yeah, it's so weird. Like, why is there a pit? And we're all hanging over it.
No, you don't hang over the pit.
Yes, you are hanging over the pit.
I thought we hung just behind the pit.
No, you hang over the
Maybe
pit.
it's to teach anybody who tries to get out of the ride a lesson. Like, oh, you want to unbuckle yourself and drop? Well, guess what? We made it even deeper.
Now you're a pancake.
So yeah, IMAX. I just saw a Harkins up in, I think, Phoenix, installed a giant IMAX screen. The thing is fucking huge. They had to cut out a section of the wall to get this, like, 80-something foot long screen into the theater. Anyway, the structure is about 1 million pounds of steel, and 37 tons are lifted during each ride.
How?
Disney magic.
Magic! That's always the answer. It's magic.
Do you believe in magic?
I clearly do, because they somehow lifted 37 tons into the air and made it feel like we were flying.
To enhance the illusion of flight, subtle vertical movements of the seats are synchronized to the film itself. Sensations of horizontal motion are created using a combination of vertical carriage movements, turning with the image on the screen, and of course the scents and the sort of like the fans and whatnot that are blowing. Apparently there's rose blossoms during the Taj Mahal scene. The aroma of grass in Africa, which I didn't think that was grass. That smells just like soil.
It smelled like, yes, soil. And I don't remember smelling the roses.
I don't remember that either. I definitely remember the sea breeze scent, because
yes.
It smells like something you'd put in your car.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't
It
smell...
smelled very generic, which kind of was disappointing.
It smelled fake. Yeah, that was your giveaway when the movements weren't moving.
Whoa!
The ride wasn't moving when we were on it the second time that we went the night that we were there.
Oh yeah, when we got stuck, actually like not moving with the projector causes more motion, or at least in my defense, because I started getting really hard motion sickness.
Well, that makes sense.
And I was like, wait, why am I getting really hard motion sickness? Motion sickness. And all of a sudden I looked down to look at my hands, and I was like, wait, why aren't we like gliding? And then like the screen tilted, and I was like, wait, why didn't we tilt with the screen? And then I realized something was up.
I noticed that too, but I didn't think a single thing of it because I was so tired and my legs hurt so much. I was just happy to sit down on those beautifully comfortable seats. Disney, if you're listening, sell those seats as like office chairs or something.
I would sit on that all day.
I fucking love those seats. We were so tired. It was on Halloween when we went, or the Halloween event.
It was our second day at Disney, my poor little feet.
Yeah, and we were just so tired from walking. We went from one side of the park to the other to do the treat trails, and we were like, oh my god, I want to go somewhere. There's nobody in line.
Yeah, how fast did we get on it?
Fucking probably under 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, under 10 minutes.
Because there's just nobody there. Everybody was doing the Halloween stuff.
Because they wanted to do the Halloween stuff, yeah.
You suckers, you could have gotten stuck on SOARIN.
And then, oh yeah, and then it was like, oh snap, are we gonna miss most of the event because we're stuck on our ride?
That was a big worry. Yeah, thank God it was like, it wasn't even 5 minutes we were stuck up there.
It felt like an hour.
I did what I instructed you to do, which is just lean your head back and close your eyes and relax.
Yeah, but it also kind of sucked because the screen went black. So that...
Yeah, I wish they would have at least kept it rolling or something.
I don't think they needed to keep it rolling, but I don't know.
The best part about getting stuck on SOARIN is when it happens, the fucking, like, college age SOARIN employee has to go over the loudspeaker and be like, there's a fog on the runway, so we're having to circle the plane. Your flight will be landing shortly.
Come up with something to make you not panic.
That's so fucking funny. I love that that's the excuse. It's like, oh no, we can't land yet. You gotta circle the runway. Which I want to bring something up. Obviously, since its inception, since, what it originally looked like, it was like a weird flight school airstrip thing.
Yeah.
So it's planes. Patrick Warburton's dressed in like a captain's outfit. Yet everything about the ride is based around gliders.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Why are you complaining? What's your problem? You have an issue with gliders?
Yes! It makes no sense to take off from a glider at a runway.
So you can see everything.
What is the runway on a cliff?
It's so you can actually experience everything.
No, I want to...
No, like, we're obviously jumping off the plane onto the glider and getting that amazing view. Adoy, how else would you get up that high?
I'm just saying, I think it would have been better if instead of facing the screen, you're parallel to it, and you have to look out of a tiny airplane window to see the sights. Did you read the next thing I had about the cat? Do you want to guess what famous actor was initially, like, they went to him, they wanted to get this guy to play the role of the captain that Patrick Warburton eventually...
Tom Hanks.
No. He's from a musical.
Cats.
Yes, the entire cast of Cats. They wanted him to play one person.
Rent.
It's a musical that you love.
Hairspray.
And that we...
Grease.
Oh, he's in both of those.
John Travolta.
Yep. They wanted to get John Travolta to play the character of the captain named Sandy, a reference to the character Sandy Olsen from Grease. Unfortunately, that obviously didn't happen due to shooting schedules.
I'm happy it's... What's his...
Oh, yeah, I love...
Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick Warburton.
It's so perfect for him.
Oh, yeah, he's perfect in everything.
Oh, yeah, good point.
But, yeah, they also apparently didn't want the character to have a beard, which John Travolta had at that time. So, the role went to none other than Patrick Warburton as his character, Patrick. At the Disney California Adventure theme park location, I really love that setup. I come from a family who... my great-grandfather was in the Air Force. He fought late World War II. No.
He's related to Amelia Earhart.
What did he do? Yeah, I think he did World War II. Yeah, late World War II, into Korea, into a little bit of Vietnam, but not much. You know.
Okay.
Those two wars that meant nothing.
Those two wars that meant nothing?
Yes.
There was a little plus to the Korean War besides everyone dying and losing a bunch of money for no other outcome other than the stop of spreading communism.
Yeah, what was that?
The fact that we stopped the possible spread of
Oh, yeah,
communism.
okay. So, it's called The Wings of Fame, which is an homage to significant aircraft history and aviation. There's various planes and pilots and famous people throughout aviation history. I really like that. It was neat to see. Then guests are then taken to 3 areas called Alpha Gate, Bravo Gate, or Charlie Gate. And, yeah, here's where I sort of get into the original idea of it. So when it originally opened, as Soarin' Over California, it was in a place called Condor Flats. Now let's be honest, everybody. You can speak freely. Nobody's going to judge you, because I hated Condor Flats.
You've never been there.
I've seen photos and videos, and it looks so goddamn ugly. It was like an industrial-themed area of the park that looked like you were entering a 90s mini golf course rather than a Disney attraction.
Okay.
Can you not picture what I'm talking about? It's like bright white and gray and red, and everything's just asphalt.
Well, I used to like it like that. What are you complaining about?
Oh, it is so ugly, especially compared to what is there now.
Well, like, it is an improvement. I still liked it. You're just being a jerk.
No, it is awful. It looks, like I said, like it looks like a miniature golf course.
You've never even been there. It was cool.
That's cool.
Yes, it was
These
cool.
giant rebar beams and water tanks everywhere and spotlights, streetlights lining every section, just walking over hot asphalt all day.
Well, you're just a hypocrite. They probably didn't have money to make it anything else.
It could have done something else other than that. Condor flat. Emphasis on the flats. De-emphasize the condor. But thankfully, once they actually got their shit together and did something interesting with Disney California Adventure Theme Park, in 2015, 14 years later, Soarin' got a much-needed makeover as part of the entire overhaul of the park, and Condor Flats was transformed into the utterly serene and totally immersive Grizzly Peak Airfield, with lush landscapes and nice rustic touches that really make it feel like a natural extension of California's wilderness, and it ties into Grizzly Peak itself. And it really made me feel like, oh yeah, we're taking a trip up to Northern California in like a small wooded town. It reminded me of, what's that little village that I like to stop at on our way to San Diego that has Major's Diner?
I don't remember.
Pine Valley. It reminded me of going to Pine Valley every summer on my family trips growing up, where we would stop at this little diner called Major's Diner. Oh, I love that place. Unfortunately, it closed down, I think, due to health concerns. But I don't know how anyone in their right mind could possibly prefer Condor Flats to Grizzly Peak Airfield.
Well, I don't really care. I'm not a jerk like you.
I think it's wild that it took Disney California Adventure Theme Park so long to stop feeling like a poorly themed shopping plaza. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it was a little out of date.
And then it took them a further couple years to completely reconfigure the whole western side of the park into something that actually felt like California.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Well, yeah, I'll agree. The new one does tie in better with, like, Grizzly Peak now.
I think just everything.
It does tie in a lot better.
Because you have the entrance, which is like old 50s LA in Southern California, and then that transitions into Grizzly Peak in Northern California in the wilderness, and that turns into the Bay Area and whatever else down there, and then you get Cars, which is, I guess, Arizona. So the original ride lasted just under 5 minutes, and here are some wonderful things it included. So, it highlights diverse recreation, snow skiing, river rafting, kayaking, golf, horseback riding.
Yes.
When the fuck do they ride horses in Soarin' Over California?
It's one of the scenes. We didn't see it.
Some of the locations are the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, Redwood Creek in Humboldt County, Napa Valley, Monterey Bay Sanctuary, Lake Tahoe, Yosemite Falls, PGA West Palmer Golf Course, Camarillo, Anza Borrego Desert State Park, the USS John C. Stennis in San Diego, Malibu Beach, downtown LA, and, of course, Disney in Anaheim in the late 90s. I wonder when they would have filmed that. Probably like 90... Well,
that depends on how long they were planning to do this.
Well, if there's one thing I've learned from all those Disney documentaries I've watched is that they plan far in ahead.
Oh, well...
So I'd imagine probably like 96 to 99.
Probably.
Around there. Soarin' Over the Horizon, Soarin' Fantastic Flight, and Soarin' Around the World all feature the Matterhorn in Switzerland, Isfjord in Greenland, Sydney Harbour in Australia, Neuschwanstein... Fuck, I butchered that. Castle in Bavaria, Kilimanjaro National Park, Great Wall of China, Great Pyramids, Taj Mahal, West and East Mitten Buttes in Monument Valley, Utah, Lau Islands, Fiji, Iguazu Falls in Argentina, the Eiffel Tower in Paris, which is for some reason omitted in the Tokyo version. I guess because they have their own sort of tower. Shanghai, China is the final place that is visited in the Shanghai Disneyland version. They don't even bother stopping at the park at the end. They're like, Shanghai's good enough. Disneyland, California, of course, with Tinkerbell. Epcot in Florida,
Yay.
Of course. Is Tinkerbell in that one? I'd imagine so.
I don't remember. I get them confused sometimes, since I've seen all of them so many.
And then Tokyo Disney Sea stops at Tokyo. And it also stops at Tokyo Disney Sea with the what is it called? The volcano and the fireworks and all
Kaboom.
that. They all have fireworks at the end, though, and they all feature a hidden Mickey inside those fireworks. I'm going to go down a little discussion of each version now.
Okay.
So the Epcot one, it's just Soarin'.
Well, okay, yeah. Do you really need to go over it if it's just like the other
No,
ones?
I mean, it's literally Soarin'. It's just, that's what it was called.
It's
It was,
Soarin'.
yeah, because they didn't want to say Soarin' Over California.
Because you weren't soaring over California.
Yeah, so it was just called Soarin'. So the idea is that the guests are taking flights to California rather than already being there, I guess to further reinforce the theming that you are loaded in at the gates and the whole airport theme spiels and referencing just various things, and Flight 5505, which is an homage to the opening day of the attraction on May 5th, 2005. Its cast members also wear costumes that more resemble flight attendant outfits, whereas the California version are Airfield sort of crew pilot outfits.
It does feel like you're going through an airport terminal a little bit.
Do they have a TSA section set up?
No. Well, it's weird because it's actually inside a building. Like, you gotta go inside this huge food court area to get to Soarin'.
Really?
And it kind of reminds you of a terminal because it's kind of just that blackout and then it just says Soarin'. And then you just go through this walkway that's like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very good for a audio medium.
Yes.
It's centered at the Land Pavilion in Epcot.
Yeah.
Is that what that big building is?
There's a food court in there too, yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, I love that the idea for the Florida one is like, you're a tourist.
Yeah, it feels like you're in an airport because there's the food
Hey,
court.
did you just spend 6 hours flying here cross country? You want to do it again for another hour and a half?
Yeah.
The standby queue originally featured various natural wonders around the world, not just California, with very little reference to the fact that the ride only featured California.
But you're just soaring, man.
Yeah, you're soaring over California.
Don't be a hater.
There was also some kind of infrared technology that allowed guests to participate in interactive games.
Oh yeah, there's games throughout the ride. Yeah.
What are
in the
they?
line. It's like touch screen, and you just go. You push a button, and it goes whoosh.
Oh, it sounds like you're sending an email.
Yeah, they're like. I can't remember it properly. It's been so long. I normally get the fast pass, so I don't have time to play with that thing.
Ooh, la-di-da.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't want to wait 2 hours to go soaring.
In 2009, they used similar technology at Magic Kingdom for Space Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of makes sense, I suppose, as they're pretty similar rides. The Tokyo version is located in the Mediterranean Harbor section of Disney Sea, and it is, as we mentioned at the top of the show, SOARING, Fantastic Flight, which is totally different than anything else Soarin' related at any Disney park, because it's themed after Renaissance-era flying machines, which works far better if this is supposed to be a glider.
Mm-hmm.
Envisioned by Leonardo da Vinci, and like I said, it opened in 2019. The attraction is set in 1901 at the Museum of Fantastic Flight, which is hosting a centennial celebration of Camilla Falco, a balloonist, inventor, and former curator of the museum, who is also a member of the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, which is a huge thing at Disney Sea.
Yes.
That is like the crux that ties everything at Tokyo Disney together. Is Disney Sea a different park?
Yeah, Disney Sea separate.
Oh, it is? I just now realized
Yes,
that.
across the sea.
Is it really? Is it like,
What?
is it
It's a-
DCA compared to Disneyland?
It's like spread up by a lake. Spread out, right? I
But-
don't know. Why don't you just open the map that shows it?
Because I don't have the Disney Sea app on
Well,
installed
like
on my
you
phone.
could just pull the map up online.
Can you bring that up for me?
Ugh.
Let's figure out what happens at Disney Sea. There's also a falcon ghost or something that hangs out, and the picture comes to life like it's in Harry Potter. The ending, of course, like I said, is changed to match, so you fly over Tokyo and then over the park itself as the aforementioned ghost falcon makes its appearance in place of Tinkerbell. The final one is... what is it called? Shanghai. It's just the other ones, but with Shanghai at the end. There's nothing special about Soaring Shanghai. But I did find something interesting from a blog Mickey account post on Reddit. And that was noting that Disney apparently filed patents for Soarin' 2.0 flying theater ride with greater thrill, more complex range of motions.
Yeah, they're separate.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
So something's going on. Disney's working on something seemingly, or they just invented something that they might want to use in the future. That's the end of Soarin' discussion, by the way. This is just some extra stuff I have. This is what the patent filed looks like, which kind of looks like the original idea, I think. Maybe not. I don't really remember.
Because they said it would be 3 different levels to load.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so this is like you load at the top, then you go forward off of a ledge and go down. It's just Soarin' but in reverse.
Why would that make it better?
I don't know. Most people in the Reddit thread, which you can view in the description and all the extra links, they don't think it's about anything Soarin'. Somebody points out that it looks like it's Flight of Passage again, which is that ride. But the interesting thing is that there is discussion that it could be something to do with that Avengers ride, the King Thanos one.
That would be so cool if you're just going along and all of a sudden you just drop
Oh my
and
God,
split
actually-
from everyone.
I think that would work because remember that'd be really fucking cool.
And then it would be like you can't tell who disappeared.
Yeah. I was thinking you start on the flat surface, which probably has some sort of motion controls on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how that would work based on this photo we're looking at, because the seats are immediately behind one another.
Well, yeah.
Like, where would the screens be?
You get, like, separated. Ooh.
But it's obviously, it's probably good. It's going to be something screen-based. Mm-hmm. But I think that could be that Avengers King Thanos ride, because that's like, remember that weird concept art we saw where I said it looked like a Toyota van was like the shuttle that people are riding in? Like, it could be something about that, like, when you go off the edge, which if you're watching the video, you'll see the picture of it on there, it kind of looks like, I don't know, maybe like you're falling, the ship is going downward into a time portal or something into the multiverse.
You're dropping.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. But in more words. So I think that's like the sort of basic idea of the theory, the rumors going around. But who knows? Who knows if this even ever becomes a thing?
Well,
it could just be a patent that's filed that never gets used for anything.
Just because they came up with it and don't want anyone else to have it.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to close out on our SOARIN discussion? Did you want to talk about when we got stuck on there anymore?
I think they're good. I don't think they need to hear us stuck on it anymore.
Out of 10 Patrick Warburtons, how many Patrick Warburtons would you rate SOARIN?
10.
I agree. I really enjoyed SOARIN. I loved it so much that I wanted to go on it twice. And not just because I was tired and wanted to sit down and relax. I was pleasantly surprised by SOARIN.
It just... I don't know if it's because you're walking all day, but it just always feels like a relief.
I think it also has something to do with the beautiful scoring of the music, too.
Oh, yeah, the music!
We didn't even talk about that.
Why didn't we talk about the music? It's beautiful. Play this music.
You're listening to it right now, folks.
Oh.
If I remember to add it in. Yeah, it just, the whole environment, it feels triumphant as well, and relaxing.
It's also like one of a kind, like I can think of the song right now in my head.
I wish I could.
And it's like, well, I've been on it more than you. And it's just so relaxing. Just playing it in my head right now for you guys.
Yeah, it's cool. It cools you down. It makes you relaxed. It has that nice score over the top as you just sort of look at the majestic beauty of Earth and all the CGI'd animals that Disney added. I think most of that is CGI. I can't imagine all of those settings. Like, maybe one or two of the scenes are real, filmed with drone or helicopter. But I feel like...
I thought it was a mix.
Probably is. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the Egypt one, the pyramids, that's 100% fake.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't see the Pizza Hut.
Yeah, where's the Pizza Hut?
Why is it the Pizza Hut there? Actually, can Disney fix the screens? Because the Pizza Hut in the Egypt section is curved. Any other things you'd like to add?
No.
Fun little reference to this is in Star Tours. And that is one of the droids that is sort of speaking to the audience as you walk in through the queue is voiced by Patrick Warburton.
Oh.
And he sort of like takes this like a similar role in that ride. So here on I Need Some Disney, every episode we end out with the trivia, which I just realized I don't have the score up. So the current score as stands is Blake, 8.5 points, and Lena at a whopping 13. So this is on the Disney Play app. This is the Disney Parks Trivia, where every one we go through, we do random trivia, which this should be fun and enjoyable for the whole family while you wait in line.
But since we pick random...
It's horribly painful and hard.
Because we have no idea what question we're going to get.
Alright, I am ready for my question. Please read it off.
Random trivia.
Oh no, that's not a great reaction.
Watch the road!
Watch the road.
And try out technology designed to keep drivers safe in this game at Project Tomorrow. Inventing the wonders of the future.
What? Is that the wow, that's not a question? What? Are you sure the advertisement didn't pop up?
Yes. Watch the road and try out technology designed to keep drivers safe in this game at Project Tomorrow. So it's a game at Project Tomorrow, inventing the wonders of the future. And then it has the list of everything that game could be.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna get 2 points because I can't guess with. I gotta get you to read the multiple choice.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't even know what Project Tomorrow is.
Project Tomorrow is in Epcot, I think.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I got that. There's like a game where you can make your own car or something.
It's this huge room where there's all these innovations with games that you can.
Oh, I have no
tweak
idea.
with. It's really fun.
What's that test? Didn't Test Track have something where you could like make your own car?
That is what Test Track did.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Oh.
but it's all obviously online.
That's what I thought you were saying at first, but clearly not.
Anyways, is it Cruisin' World?
It's like soaring, cruising. Or as you would say in Tokyo, cruising.
Cruising World. Super Driver, Need for Speed, or
no.
Hard Driving.
I don't think it's Need for Speed.
Aw.
So what were the options? Cruising?
World.
Cruising World.
Super Driver, or Hard Driving.
Because it has an apostrophe, I'm gonna say it's Cruising World.
Incorrect.
Fuck me.
It's Super Driver.
What is this? Oh, then it doesn't even show a picture.
It didn't. That's why I was really confused.
Fun fact, steer your way to a safer future or enjoy one of 3 other fun experiences at Project Tomorrow, inventing the wonders of the future, including Bodybuilder, Inversion, and Power City. What the fuck is this?
I told you, it's little activities and games you can play.
Did you ever play any of those?
Yeah.
Nerd. Alright, are you ready for your question? Oh, wow, it's kind of similar. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you feel the need for speed?
Yes.
You can race up to 65 miles per hour on this attraction.
Test Track.
I'm gonna say C, Test Track. Wow, look at that. You're right.
We talked about Soarin' so much, I literally almost said Soarin'.
I wish you had. Fun fact, Test Track, each car runs at 250 horsepower. For comparison, the horse-drawn street carriages on Main Street are only 1 horsepower. Fuck off. I hate your stupid jokes. Well, that was a quick round of trivia. The score as it stands is Blake 8.5, Lena 14.
See the game you played.
What is this? She's showing me a video of...
Can you try it?
Oh, it's like an arcade digital
It's a simulator,
game.
though.
Oh, it's a simulator. Where are you watching this on? Is this
Oh, it's
YouTube?
YouTube.
Oh. So, let us know what your thoughts are on Soarin'. Follow us online at I Need Some Disney. Listen to us wherever podcasts are able to be listened to. Any closing thoughts?
Ha! I won.
It's not about winning or losing. It's about being
It's about who
horribly angry.
knows Disney better.
She's very proud of herself
Well,
for having almost double my points.
no, it's just called luck. Honestly, with this random trivia thing, it's luck. I got so lucky with that question.
I feel like you should start going first.
What? No.
Alright, join us next time where we discuss more Disney stuff and prepare because Stitch is getting close. And that's all I'll say.
It's coming for you.
Oh my. Well, we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to I Need Some Disney. This podcast is in no way affiliated with or endorsed by the Walt Disney Company. All opinions, facts, and fun here are our very own. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and connect with us online. Leave any suggestions for future topics in the comments.